Hello everyone, this is my review for Monday Night Raw on December 2nd, 2013. You know, at least they're building matches and making the matches before the actual week before the pay-per-view this time around. They only had 3 weeks to promote it, so they're actually, making the matches like two weeks beforehand, which is actually something different from them in actual most cases. First of all, I will go with things that I didn't really like about the show. One, why were they still continuing on with this Titus O'Neil and the whole incident that they did with him, or the whole storyline bit with him throwing up on SmackDown? Why are they even continuing that on Raw? It wasn't funny then, not going to be funny now. So who knows why they even wanted to continue with it, but they decided to. Other aspects that I somewhat ended up liking, but ended up not fully liking in the end, was the fact that they're branching off CM Punk and Daniel Bryan to their own separate feuds with the Shield and with the Wyatt family. No, I actually like that. I like their aspect of going with the separate storylines. It creates two different storylines, two different segments of the show, and they can create something different with each one. The aspect that I don't like about it was the making of the two handicap matches on the pay-per-view itself. The handicap matches in general feel more of a Raw or a SmackDown type deal, not the pay-per-view. You want people to buy the pay-per-view, so you almost want six-man tag matches there instead of handicap matches. Just because you don't... I'm trying to figure out exactly how to say it. It's more on the aspect that you don't see the purpose of buying the pay-per-view at that point, because two people that they consider the faces, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, you would figure they would just get destroyed, so why even bother at that point in time? So, yeah, I feel like it was a mistake for them to try to make the handicap matches on the pay-per-view itself. We'll see where they actually go with the storyline. It will probably be this pay-per-view will probably be some kind of under-branching portion of the storyline to where they're fully going to go with both the Shield, the Wyatts, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan. One aspect that I definitely liked about the show was CM Punk's promo on the whole Shield match in general. I found it to be completely hilarious. It was just great to watch. Very good promo from CM Punk, and you usually don't expect anything less from him anyways. Another aspect that I actually liked was Damian Sandow getting to go up against Big E Langston for the Intercontinental title. Obviously with Big E not having the full feud with Curtis Axel because they're going different directions with Curtis Axel, him basically teaming up with Ryback, and now Big E's left without an opponent. This is a perfect spot for either Damian Sandow to put over Big E Langston even more, or even potentially put himself over and hopefully build him up to hopefully bigger and better things into the future. So hopefully we're going to see more than one match between the two of them. This isn't going to just be a one-time shot, and it will be the one match at the pay-per-view and then they're done with it. So hopefully we'll be seeing something more from the both of them together here in the near future on that. The contract signing with Cena and Orton. Basic contract signing. Sign paper, cut promo, brawl ensues. That's basically what happened, and you see it time and time again. The brawl was a pretty good brawl, actually. So I mean, at least it was decent in that sense. But you kind of knew what was going to happen, and leading into the title unification match at the pay-per-view, and how they're building this title unification match. It almost still gives that feel that they're not going to actually unify the titles at the pay-per-view, at least in my own mind. I think they're still going to come up with some way that each of them walks out with a title. Now, I could be completely wrong on that prediction, and they could unify the titles and just continue on with a feud going into either Royal Rumble or into the pay-per-view leading into WrestleMania, or just WrestleMania itself at that point. But we'll see where they actually go with it. And yeah, but overall I felt Raw had its good points, it had its bad points. basically like every Raw nowadays. Sometimes you know the good points outweigh the bad, or I think in this case this week, a lot of the bad points actually outweighed the good points going into the TLC pay-per-view. I mean, at least they made a bunch of the matches on this week's Raw instead of waiting till next week, so that's a good point. But you know, continuing stupid things like the Titus O'Neil deal from Friday night into this was just one of those other bad points in there. Also, you know, why are they even having the Miz try to almost seem like he's trying to be a face now when he basically made a full heel turn just a few weeks ago? It's time for him to just stick to the full heel and see where they can go with that. But they are trying to play this that, oh, he's just trying to be competitive and everything with Kofi, so it makes him seem like he might still be a face, but no, he's going to be a full heel, so let's just let it go at that point. Also, I mean, a good point is that they are doing somewhat of a slow burn to Brodus Clay's heel turn as well, so we'll see where they go with that, but overall, very predictable Raw. I would believe, at least with the contract signing, you knew exactly what was going to go down with that. Don't like the fact that they're making the 2 handicap matches on the pay-per-view with CM Punk and The Shield and Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family, but it is what it is at this point. And yeah, that's my review this week for Monday Night Raw. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.